Alright, so here's how you can do C9 or C7 bulbs in socket wire on concrete. Let me just turn this around. So you've got a bulb in your socket. Pretend this table surface is your concrete. So what we do is we use just a standard hot glue gun. The ones we use in the field are actually battery powered, but this one's electric here in the shop. And so we'd like to use Gorilla Glue in those guns, but Lowe's or Home Depot doesn't sell it, so we have to order it off Amazon. Lowe's and Home Depot, I think, sell the Arrow brand glue, which is okay. You have to use a little bit more of it to make it stick well, but it'll get you through this job for sure. So you've got your socket. What you can do is you can put a bead of glue just right along here. A pretty healthy bead, actually. And then you can glue it just like this. Just like that. Once you've got it glued on there, it'll hold, and in the winter time when you're going back to take your lights down, it'll just pop right off the concrete. Some glue will be stuck here, but you can use your off season to go through and pull that off. And if you have a little bit of glue residue left on here, you can use a screwdriver or a chisel, and it should just pop off, especially if the weather's chilly, preferably frozen, but if not frozen, if it's cold, that glue should pop right off of there. The other option you have, in some areas you may not be able to get a bulb here based on how the layout of the concrete is. You could do glue on the end here and put it on concrete like this instead of like this. I don't like to do this because it's a surface area thing. You don't have nearly as much surface area here to glue, and you're more likely to have them fall off. But if you've got the surface area, do it like this. Use a healthy amount of glue along just the socket. Don't get glue on the bulb, of course, because you may have to swap out a bulb or two during the season. So if you glue it just like this, and then just run your line up the concrete or whatever structure you're on. If you did have a small area that you had to go this way with it instead of this way, it's probably okay if you use enough glue. But my preference is to do it this way. The other problem with doing it this way is when you go to pop them off, you might end up popping the bottom of the socket off, which causes a little bit of a maintenance problem down the road when you go to put the lights back up again. You have missing sockets and stuff. So this is always my first preference, to glue on the brick this way. So surprisingly, hot glue works. Again, we use the Gorilla Glue, but the Arrow branded glue should work just fine if you use enough of it. And don't be surprised, you probably will have to go back and glue a couple of them throughout the season. They do pop off. There's no surefire, foolproof method to that, but hot glue is our answer for that. And that's actually a pretty easy job there, according to your pictures. So let me know if you have any other questions. Happy to help. Thanks.